Okay, so yeah, let's go. Yeah. So falls. Um, when falling, remember to start with a strengthened exercise, which will be warming up the neck. This is a strength exercise. You are going to fatigue it by doing about 15 repetitions of the no and the yes. So that's the no, that's yes, about 15 repetitions, about 2 times. Try to work it up till about 20 reps of each. So that'll hopefully strengthen the neck. When you're falling, making sure to never compromise on the wrist, on the elbow, on the shoulder. We're trying to extend our duration for the impact. The progression for the forward fall will be starting on the knees, falling forward, easing down first, at first if it's a complete beginner. Otherwise, falling forward, turning the hands out, creating a triangle with your hands, making sure that your head impact is facing the side, so if there is an impact, I'm impacting on my hands, not the ground. Progression after that, go into a nice wide split, forward, slapping the ground. Progression after that is going to be a jump up, impacting on the ground. Same impact, you're absorbing through those shoulders. You don't want this too wide because it's going to put a bit of additional pressure on the shoulders. We'll want it at a nice 40-degree angle. Second fall is going to be a side fall. Side fall is initiated by sticking out the foot to the opposite side. I'm impacting them with my forearm at first, then my upper arm, my shoulder. I don't want to rock onto my back because my kidneys are exposed. I want to keep my chin nice and tucked. My top leg is slightly up. They're not in line because I'll get a knee clash. My bottom leg is slightly bent so that if anybody's falling down on top of me, I get bruised, not a hyperflexion of the knee. I'm also in a slight pike here. It also helps distribute the momentum and small tug of something else to land on me. Okay, so that will look the same for both sides. You start off in a crouched position, then as you get better and better, you can stand up straight. Then you can start by diving into it or going off a high object, like you can start working off a little bench or something. Work onto a mat first. Backwards. Backwards, start by sitting crouched. I like to spot the ground, impact, and trying to land on my rhomboids by lats, the muscle tissue. When I'm in the landed position, my arms are not too far to the side, they're not too low, they're at about 30 and they're impacting slightly before my body. So I spot the lands and then I tuck hard, chin very hard tuck on this one. Impact, trying to keep my hips off the ground. So that's going to be the falls. A good combination for them, after you do 5-10 repetitions of each, is going to be to move in a straight line, land forward, land to the side, land to the side, land back. See if you can do 2 sets of that. Rolls. Rolls are a great way of distributing the momentum. The roll is going to be over the front shoulder or backwards over the shoulder, either way. It's going to go over one arm, the other hand guides the ground past. You're drawing a line from your shoulder down to your hip on the opposite side. So you start off your knee, hand on the ground, reaching for the holster. Head tucked in line with the arm to keep it in line. Head doesn't touch the ground, neck doesn't touch the ground. Progression, you're going to do it from standing.
Hang on.
That's right. Progression more, do it from a dive. Always the same, you're guiding that ground fast. Backwards rolls. Same thing, rolling over the shoulder. Arm straight out, kicking your legs up and over your shoulder. Starting nice and slow, then speeding it up. You can also combine this with a break fall. So I can do a forward roll into a break fall, for example. The last one, PLR. PLR, parachute lands and roll. Feet together, falling onto the hip, rolling onto the opposite side. Good if you're coming down from a hand to hand, for example, because your feet are going to be close together. You're creating a single leg with the 2 legs. So basically there's much less torque on the side of the knee. So we're landing, roll to the other side. I think that's about it. That's all I have for now. Let me know if there's any other issues.
Okay.